Justin again. I'm getting ready to do my divisional playoff round against the Pittsburgh Steelers. See if I can take the Chargers to a Super Bowl.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is a special edition of the Divisional Round Playoffs on EA Sports. We're just about set to get started, and this ought to be a good one between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Los Angeles Chargers. With that, let's get out to Southern California with the call from Los Angeles. Here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, it is most likely the final go-around here in this building, but the NFL playoffs have come to sold-out Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Coming up, it's Divisional Round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between the Pittsburgh Steelers and our home team. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, look, some might say that football is a young man's fancy, so to speak, but don't tell that to these two quarterbacks because they come in here with a lot, and I mean a lot, of NFL experience.
Hey, I like the Young Turks. I like the Baker Mayfields. I like the Patrick Mahomes. I like the Lamar Jacksons. But I do like those grizzled veterans who know how to play the game, know how to run their team, and know how to handle difficult situations. Maybe I'm just showing my age, too.
So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. They're led onto the field by a man who needs no introduction, Ben Roethlisberger.
An absolute prototype for what you draw up as a big, strong quarterback that has to stay in the pocket and make big throws with people all around him and even hanging on him, and still has that type of strength to get the ball downfield. Ben Roethlisberger, an absolute rock in the pocket, but he also can escape and make big plays that way as well.
Calling no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now. And let's take a look at the Steeler offense.
And this is a unit that has to feel good about itself. Got the win last week in the wild card round, and oftentimes we say you want to get the open week and get some rest, but many times we see the upsets happen with a team that won the week before and has momentum on its side.
A quick throw into the hands of Switzer. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Here's Gordon. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. With that, let's check out how the Chargers line up on offense.
An excellent year, obviously, because they got the open week, had the bye. But the one thing you always worry
Hey
about
guys, thanks
is the
for
rust
viewing.
factor. And I had a coach say to me one time, When you have that open week, you often think about scrimmaging so you're ready to go.
If you want to subscribe, there's a little picture down in the right-hand corner.
Your guys are ready to roll.
Press and subscribe to the channel.
Across midfield and down into Steeler territory. It's a gain of 6, moves them to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout call. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
White 90, 380. Check.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first. So following the run by Gordon, here's
Have
first and
2 of
10.
the starting receivers.
Throwing Rivers. And
Towards
this
the
one
end
complete to
of
Smith.
regular season,
And
so
they do get him
starting
down,
a
but not
rookie
before he's able to slip it
Baltimore.
inside the 5-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24. They're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers.
Touchdown.
Taking it in from 4 yards out. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack.
I'm trying to
in
make
attack mode for these
my
ball
mic
games,
volume a
and
little bit
continue
louder.
that
Let me
this
know in
one.
the comments if
This
you
is
can
taken
hear
at
me.
his 4. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the
Still
field.
trying to work out some
And
technical
first
things
drive,
with my
3
stream.
and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
No, not you, baby.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Check nickel.
If you guys watching, that's what my
First
youngest
carry for
daughter
James Conner.
talking.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely
She's
had
gonna
time
be
to
on a game
look
or
up
two.
before he was planted in the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Now Ben on 3rd and long. And yes, complete to the tight end.
Family, it's what we do together.
2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do
after
with
a
you
long day.
is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Rivers. He's got Smith here.
Watching for
This well
a
upfield
few minutes. Make sure you
across the
subscribe
45.
and help me boost and so we'll start doing a lot more
Sports.
videos and see if we can do some more fun things with it.
All day, just like that. Just like that.
Now Gordon on first down. It's a first down and more for Gordon. And finally taken down at the 34. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. I always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Rivers. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 18. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go.
And the Steelers set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
And he was lucky to get that off.
Of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. And the Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Now being hit, and he lost the football. It's loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
That'll be a 47-yard punt officially. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. A 14-yard game there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. A big play there by Gordon. 63 yards. Now a tip carry for Melvin Gordon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose one or two. On 2nd and 12, Rivers, he'll run it. Open space inside the 10. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
3rd and short yardage, Rivers. And this is caught. He's got it.
Wow.
Touchdown.
Did not expect the running back to catch that.
Austin Eckler saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game.
Of course it's going to be reviewed.
Badgley on for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Say subscribe to the channel.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Roethlisberger. Incomplete. Adrian Phillips there to knock that one away. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops. Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Here's King. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Likely time for one final snap as they start out first.
Hey guys,
and
thanks
10.
again for watching.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. Well, that came a little abruptly here. Still working on my apple up in the booth. Hang on here. Let me spit this out. And we can get to the 3rd quarter now. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there. 46 yards. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead.
People into the end zone.
Another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. as you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever... Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa able to disrupt yet another pass play.
Bosa's
That
been
is
dropping
his 3rd
people
sack of the afternoon.
all season.
It's been a tough one all game long for
He's
this
up to
offensive
43.
line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
They just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And that will come the offense as they take over. Phillip Rivers now gears up to take the offense back out there. And we'll see if he opts for a heavier dose of running plays, because running is where they've had more success than in the passing game.
And the way they've spread it around to different people running it as well. It's not just been one principal guy who's carried the thing and moved the game forward for them. Whoever has touched it has given them good yardage. I think he's going to stay with that game plan. It takes the pressure off of him as a thrower.
A team effort, and they're winning on the scoreboard. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. On 3rd down, this is Melvin Gordon.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
It's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They all go buy them dinner, but after a play like that, he might reduce it, might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or 2, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get one mulligan up front.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite filet instead of porterhouse. How's
8 ounce.
that?
8 ounce is good.
All right, just checking.
They'll start the drive with Samuels. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back.
So what do you guys think of that X factor in Madden 20?
Quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled
Heard a couple people say they think it's overpowered, and some others say it doesn't really do anything.
A little longer than it normally is.
So what you think?
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
There's Roethlisberger. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Barry on to punt as he gets this one away.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Phillip Rivers now gears up to lead the offense on the field. They haven't had to rely so much on the passing game. It's really been a team effort in the running game that's kept them successful and has them in the lead.
I like that, too, the team effort, because when I was growing up, one guy carried the football, right? You stuck it in his chest 20 to 30 times a game, and he was the heavy volume, heavy dose guy. Now, you spread it around, different people touching it, and in this game, it's proven to be effective.
And spreading the wealth has been very effective. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Gordon. And an alley to run. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. Touchdown, LA! Melvin Gordon, 41 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on.
The week off hasn't hurt him one bit. 1,000 yards rushing in the regular season. Got his first touchdown here in the playoffs. Perhaps the week off energized him.
A great article in the paper this morning basically saying that they would not have won the division without him, and he's not their only piece, but I think that's a fair statement.
It's easy to say it this way. He's their main guy.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Steelers. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting. And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
To throw again on second down. Roethlisberger. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Going top shelf for Smith, and that's caught inside.
How did he catch that?
A gain of 32 that time. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Again on second and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. They'll run here with Connor. And he's into the end zone.
Wow, we couldn't give him a bigger hole to walk right through.
A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that will shave one more off this lead. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Melvin Gordon and the Chargers ready for their next possession. He is north of 200 yards. Any time that you can say you're north of 200 yards, you've done something right.
Yeah, you're going to get some big check marks on your grade sheet, and you're going to be in heavy rotation on all the highlight shows, and you might even make a magazine cover or two.
He's hoping for more, the cherry on top maybe, as this game goes forward. They go back to Gordon here on first down, and very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
From the 44, Rivers. Open man is Cantrell. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 22 yards there, a first down. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Rivers hands off to Eckler, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Now Rivers.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter.
And a big loss here.
Oh, I gave up on the play. I thought he was going down.
Cameron Hayward drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up 4th down.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. They're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Now this pass to Vance McDonald complete. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Not right now, baby.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Throwing again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
You can play Xbox later.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Not a big deal on that one. Just your everyday 67-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. Now Gordon. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They try and run on 1st down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
Let's go. Check. 55.
Throwing here, Rivers. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 39. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. And make sure you like and subscribe.
And they have secured a spot in the conference championship.
Probably a
and
video
now
of
you
Call
can
of
start
Duty
to smell
tonight.
it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl does loom in the future.